More Olympic dreams are coming true. At the U.S. Olympic track and field trials in Oregon overnight, sprinting sensation Shacarri Richardson flew to victory in the women's 100-meter.
Shacarri Richardson, 10:70!
Setting the world's fastest time this year and racing her way to Paris.
I cannot wait to go to Paris and represent.
The win marks a second chance for the 24-year-old Dallas native who was Tokyo-bound in 2021 before testing positive for THC, chemical found in cannabis. Richardson then missed the Tokyo Games.
Every chapter I've been through in my life designed to prepare me for this moment.
Welcome back to Supremely Black Podcast. Major shout out to Shacarri Richardson, Melissa Jefferson, and TT Terry. They all train together, and respectively, they're going to the Paris Olympics to represent the United States, right? Training together, they both, all three finished. Shacarri #1, Melissa Jefferson and TT finished second and third, which is dope. So they're going to be rounding out the Olympic squad to represent the United States of America. But it's just something about Shacarri's energy that I just love. My little sister runs track. She loves Shacarri. But it's just, you could just see that a part of her journey in life is just to, learn to love herself and just block out the noise, because after she lost to the Jamaicans, had the terrible finish, not being able to compete in 2020 due to THC being in her system, which I kind of felt was some BS, because honestly, dealing with losing a mother, you will never really understand that grief until you go through it. So you understand that, of course, you shouldn't be using THC, but nobody really knows how to cope with that. And if that's was something that she was using to cope with a drug that's actually pretty much legalized at this particular point. There's industries in California, Colorado, New Mexico, Detroit. I mean, you name it. Weed isn't just that big of a deal. I understand from a doping perspective, but it wasn't like she was using performance enhancement drugs. So I think this is like her redemption tour that is going to be a joy to see, because I feel as if, of course, she's a top sprinter in the world. Just signed a hell of a deal with Nike. So she's well represented, but just her story alone is just how she's been able to fight through grief and make her own, re-image herself, right? And had to make the world respected, because she heard all the naysayers, all the doubters from people trying to judge of how she looks and things like that. So just major shout out to Shacarri, and just keep going and keep motivating people, because that's not easy to do, to bounce back from losing your mother. And now you got the whole world celebrating you being the best at what you do. Major salute.
Last year and back, again, the journey of self, exploring myself, learning myself, falling at a deeper love of myself. That way, everything I put myself into. Green machine, if y'all know.
Let me take care of that track.
I got you.
All right, baby. All right.
I got you.
You enjoy, baby.
Yes, sir. Just falling in love with the process, falling in love with myself, and giving myself that love first, and everything else that I put myself into feels it well. So I'm excited, I'm eager, going into the rest of the season, growing, developing, and just getting ready to make that USA team.
When you think about the trials, what are you trying to do between now and the trials? What are you thinking about? What are you focusing on?
Honestly, continue to do what it is that me and my coach have been preparing to do. We've been preparing for trials since November. So we've been preparing, and just continue to keep that focus, keep that love, and keep that positive mindset of knowing that my growth is going into the trials and to the develop there, and even more going into the games.
When you get into the blocks, you always kiss your hand and you look up at the sky. Is that to God or to something else?
Oh no, that is to God. That is to my faith. That is to God. That is to the belief that I have to have myself first, and the blessing that I know I've been given to give back into the world, to be that vessel to shine and to allow His glory and His love to reign through me.